Welcome to Create Momentum for Positive Mindset. Today, my guest is Joaquim Gonsalves. He's an actor, photographer, filmmaker, and an artist. So I welcome you to my show, Joe.
Hi, Shazza. Thank you so much for having me on board, and it's really a pleasure to be able to do something like this. So thank you so much.
Is you have to thank you, Sonam. Because she's been
Oh
helping
yeah, of
me
course.
out for a long time. So she's been introducing me with the people who
Yeah,
have creativity and they want to do more out of the box in their life. So that is a reason. So
yeah.
first of
Actually,
all,
she's pretty good. Yeah.
I'm really thankful and grateful to her. So I made a Instagram post on my story. Everybody who
Hmm.
is attending my podcast because they are supporting me, they're giving me the time. So I respect
Perfect.
everybody, and I'm thankful to you and grateful to everybody whomsoever came into my podcast. There were a few celebrities, business people from
Awesome.
different backgrounds. So I just
That's
want to
wonderful.
ask you first of all about yourself. Please tell us about yourself.
Yeah. So I've always been sometimes someone who's open to learning things and exploring different avenues, and that's basically been my whole uh, way of approaching life. And I've been so I'll be 35 this year, and I think the first time I managed to get an idea of what I should focus on, whether it's whether like finding a purpose in life and stuff like that. That was somewhere around 2011. So before that it was just like everyone else, we're just coasting through life. We go through school and everything else. And I had a degree in hotel management, so I had to pursue that. And I'm doing something completely different right now, but that was my journey, just through a few jobs and trying to figure out where I can fit in society, and uh, in finding in the avenues that can help me earn. So that's just been it was a short journey until 2011. And after that I had the opportunity to like try out network marketing and a lot of other different things. So it helped open my mind and broaden my perspectives. So I would say that was the time when I managed to figure out what actually most people need to do with life. But of course, it's no one really has the perfect answer to that. It's just that we get a little bit more clarity and a little bit more direction in how to lead our lives. So I guess that's how I'll put it across.
Okay, I want to include one thing on that, one thing on the top of it, because
Sure.
when India, Pakistan, everywhere, people say you have to do your degree. It's not necessity anymore
Yeah.
because you can learn from anywhere, anything. Because now you see the biggest encyclopedia is Google and YouTube.
Exactly.
You type in
Yeah.
everything, anything. You don't need to carry it to yourself like a big large book. No, you don't need to do anymore.
Yeah.
So you can learn from that. But I'm not saying you don't need to do your basic schooling. You
Yeah.
don't need to do your basic schooling. You have to do your basic schooling because you need to know how to read, how to write. Once you know how to read, how to write, you can find your way. So
Perfect.
what is
Yeah.
the concept? 9 to 5, get a good job and carry on. But again, from 7.7 billion,
Yeah.
it's not going to be the same that everybody is going to be reaching the capacity of Elon Musk. Everybody
Yeah.
is unique in their own way. So you have to think
Yeah.
now, whatever you're doing, compound effect work. If you, let's say
Hmm.
your passion is to be an actor, so let's say
Yeah.
20 minutes every day you focus on acting. That 20
Hmm.
minutes will help you. If you go for, let's say you completed 1200 minutes, so you will
Yeah.
see there is a difference you will see in your work. So
Yep.
there's,
That's true.
see, your 9 to 5 make you to survive, your 6 to 10 make you a fortune.
Exactly. That's very true.
So
And that you're right about the sorry to cut you off, but that I completely agree with the compound effect there, because in fact just last night I was watching a podcast by Lewis House. I don't know if you've heard of
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah, I know.
Uh,
I sent him a message to do a podcast with
Awesome.
him. So he said his, because see, once your subscriber is nearly hitting about a 1 million subscriber, he has 1.8 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah,
He has done a great him. Jay Shetty, you probably know him.
yeah. So
So
they all have that similar thing, you know. It's about you put in that little time, like you said, 20 minutes probably per day, and then eventually that actually leads to a compound effect, and you can see the difference over a period of time. Like it maybe just be 20 minutes per day, but like you said, 1,200 minutes, or you do it over a period of 6 months, and it'll be a sea change. So that's very true. I completely agree with
yeah,
that.
but the thing is that no one realized it. That there was a book which I sent to Sonam already. I will send it to you as well. Find
Sure,
five
thank you.
steps of finding your workflow. It say make it so small that you can't say no to it. So everything starts
Oh,
from there. When you get into the job mode, you work for the top bank, you work for the top corporate company, but in the end, you have to do the job. And there will be a day they say if they don't need you anymore, somebody they find out more skilled than you, they say to
yeah,
you bye bye. That's
yeah, that's
the
very true.
corporate world. So
Exactly.
anyhow, how did you become passionate in filmmaking and I mean artistic
Acting and
your
everything. Yeah.
in acting, filmmaking, and in your career? How did you become passionate about it?
The funny thing is, I've never done anything like that throughout my school and academic life. I was very much still I'm an introvert, but I was very much the guy who was just quiet in one corner in school. But what happened is, again, 2011, the network marketing thing that I did, I'm obviously not doing that anymore. But I met a couple of school friends and some other friends that we really bonded, and we're actually best friends now. So one of them was Zubin. He's a good friend of mine, and he's actually a football coach now. But he was very much into filmmaking, and there's a festival that happens globally called 48 Hour Film Festival. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. Uh, you may have, yeah. So the concept behind that is to, without getting too much into detail, the concept behind that is to get a team together. You will be given a theme and a topic to choose and a genre to choose, and you'll be told that on like a Thursday night, and by Sunday early evening you have to submit the completed film. So that was how I sort of got my baptism into filmmaking, and the, one of those days, my friends have been actually auditioned me for the role that we were trying to put in the film. I didn't fit into that one because the other actor and me, it didn't really match on screen. But that was my first time when he was just giving me directions and different emotions to experience, and I was like, okay, this is fun because I seem to be able to do it pretty nicely. So that was the first time I got a hint of, maybe this is something I can do when it comes to film and acting. And um, the that same weekend after we finished the whole film, watching the completed film with all of our time and effort put into it, that was to me like probably watching a baby take birth. So that was how I got connected to it, and it's been a passion ever since then. So my first short film where I acted was 2012, and it's 2021. Hopefully I'll have some more projects this year, but ever since then I've never really like looked back on it in terms of finding something else. It's always been related to film and camera work and all of that. So that's how I got introduced to filmmaking, and it's just something I completely enjoy.
Okay, that's really great. If you something enjoy, it's become a passion for you. So,
Exactly.
what will see? 2020 has been a very critical year for everybody. So,
Yes.
what would you will do 2021, which will be a complete change?
Well, actually, I'm still kind of navigating and figuring out what I need to pursue this year in terms of my personal life as well. And then, like I was mentioning a little bit earlier to you, that family is planning to move to some other country. So that's obviously something I need to consider. But coming back to your question, I'm looking forward to be able to do a lot more YouTube this year and podcasts, just like you are, because I had a lot of things lined up back in 2016, but due to some accommodation challenges, I couldn't really pursue that. I tried my best, but it's been 4 years now, and there's been a lot of changes. So. Uh, to be frank, I was not very confident on whether I should continue pursuing those kind of plans that I had in 2016. But long story short, I would say I'm planning to focus more on getting acting, self tapes out there on my YouTube, and also I have this whole other thing when it comes to photography and film, basically camera work and post processing. So I was thinking I could maybe put up some kind of tutorials. It's still something in the planning stage. As you can tell, it's not completely clear, but that's what I'm looking forward to. And in terms of me doing other projects with the people here, that depends, because uh, I usually get messages from my people in the community here if there's a project or if there's a job that's coming up in terms of acting. But the thing is, I cannot really always do them because I have a day job, so I almost never end up going for those auditions. But that's why I said, maybe I should just use the advantage of YouTube for my growth, because otherwise it's just going to get a little bit more difficult. So the plan is this year, if I can start doing that and keep my personal life at a good balance with that, along with my job, then hopefully in 2 years, I'll be able to build something strong enough that I can use no matter which country I go to, because YouTube is global. So that's my plan in just the gist of it.
It's absolutely good. It's absolutely true. But one thing I will tell you that I started podcasting started like 4 months ago. The first podcast which I did with my friend, which was August 20th. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's one thing. There's always one thing is that the first step is really hard. And if you finding the perfect balance and planning and everything, so it's not gonna happen, because I'm gonna be honest with you. If you really want to do something, you have to put the effort in and then leave it. I know you have
Yeah.
job. I have a job as well. I do 40, I probably do more hours than you. 14
Yeah,
hours in
probably.
a day, I'm out for a job. I do 84 hours in a week, but I have a
Wow.
passion of this podcast, so I'm doing it. So if
Yeah,
I
that's
think
awesome.
the 2017 when I went to Canada, so I
Oh.
thought that I'm gonna do my vlogging, because while I was in the airport, I made an announcement that I'm gonna come up with the name of the crazy star of the YouTube channel. I bought the camera,
Mhm.
selfie stick, nothing happened. Now I'm more
Oh,
passionate about it. Every day I am putting the content on the YouTube, Instagram. I am on it.
right.
So you have to work away. It's not that you have to
Yeah.
give up your job. See, the job is there. It's only for a long period, and after that they're gonna give you a pension. They go say you go back to
Yeah.
India, wherever you have to go. You have to go there. So you have to pursue
Correct.
your career, and you don't need to do 10 things at one go. Do one thing. It's a lay a
Yeah.
brick as it should be laid one brick in a day, one brick in a day. It's mean in a year
Yeah.
you can make a wall. So you have to
Yeah, that's
start
nice.
from
Yeah.
that one step, from lay a brick or read a page, whatever you want to do. You can you can do the
Yeah.
things in 12 months. You don't need to wait for a long time. But the only part
Yeah.
is you have to start doing it. Because see, personal, professional, there is always challenges. It's a
Yeah.
accept the challenge so that you may feel the exhilaration of victory.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah.
Yes. So
You
you
know,
have
you're
to
very right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I've usually had that issue where I end up pursuing too much perfection and I end up not really completing things. That's very true. Just have to do the work. Right.
if
Yeah.
you go for perfection, you will never do anything. Because you need to
Yeah.
know that if let's say you're going to start a podcast, you need a
Yeah.
perfect studio, a perfect mic, a perfect headset. You will never
Yeah.
start. Seek for
Yes.
progress. Progress day by day will
Yep.
bring a quality in you. Don't okay, you
Correct.
have to nowadays, because the thing is this, with the algorithm of YouTube and Instagram,
Yeah.
you have to do a lot of content. You have to provide a lot of content. But
Yeah.
if you provide 100, like let's say for example, my example, I have
Hmm.
uploaded about 85 videos. Out of 85 videos, there is two videos are gone viral. One video got
Okay.
11,000 view, other video got 4,000 view. So 85.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's a
that
lot. Yeah.
85 I have done in 4 months of a time because I'm consistent. If you're not consistent
Hmm.
on something, you wouldn't be able
Yeah.
to do it. You have to be
Correct.
consistent at one thing. Take a one step.
Yeah.
Take a 1 minute to think about your podcast or whatever you are passionate
Hmm.
about. You need to do that. If you won't do it,
Yeah.
it won't happen.
That's very true. Yeah. I'll
So
definitely keep that in mind. Yeah.
it's just a suggestion. I'm not
Yeah. Of
advising
course.
because I am learning by myself. I'm not anybody who is have a 10-year experience who's been in every professional events or everywhere. I'm
No, no,
learning day
that's
by day.
yeah. Of course, that's completely okay. I mean, whatever we can help others from our experience, that's what we do. So I completely appreciate that. And of course, the your energy is pretty awesome. So that definitely goes a long way rather than just rather than just reading. Having someone else who can give you that outside perspective, which is unbiased, that really does help. So thank you.
So I'm saying to you, whatever you want to start it very small. See, if you
Yeah.
like, if let's say you want to start a network marketing company. I've been in network
Mhm.
marketing companies, so it's like some people it's called MLM. Some people say it's a
Yeah.
pyramid scheme. Different people don't have a belief. If
Yeah.
you don't have a belief in yourself, nobody else will believe in you.
Correct. It's
So
the same thing. Yeah.
yeah, so you have to start somewhere and focus on that, no matter how long it's going to take. Because the thing is
Yeah.
this, if you see Gary Vee, I follow him. This
Yeah.
is a social guru.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he worked 18 years, 18 hours, where he
Yeah.
started with his father wine shop. So
Correct.
because they were getting about 3 million turnover on out of 3 millions, their revenue was they was generating about 10% of their profit, which is 300,000. So he took that business from 3 million to 60 million. But he's
Yeah.
been on 24/7. He give
Yeah.
a idea called $1.80 strategy. What you do that you go to Instagram, let's you say
Hmm.
put Dubai places, there's 9 picture, you're leaving two
Hmm.
cents on every picture
Picture.
that
Hmm.
you giving a comment on that. So you do
Oh,
90 times in a day. When you do 90 times in a day, your traffic automatically grows. So you have new
right.
connection, you have new referrals. So everything
Correct.
happens, but you have to take a start. It's 4 years down to the line, it's gone. In that 4 years,
Yeah.
okay, what's gone is gone. We can't do anything
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
What you have
Yeah.
now, that your see, there is two different things in your
Yeah.
mindset. Mindset
Yeah.
really matters. And
True.
what it is, you have your conscious mind, which will tell you about past and future. Your subconscious
Hmm.
mind say, Joachim, you are the actor, you are successful. So when you think
Yeah.
in this way that you
Hmm.
are successful, that's it. Because it's belief,
Yeah.
incantation, affirmations. You have to say to
Correct.
yourself, you have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You say believe, create, believe, destroy.
Yeah. True. Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
that's I learned time to time. Went to Tony Robinson show, went to networking events,
Yeah.
meet different people every day, learning from YouTube. The last 4 months, I've been watching YouTube for consistently seeing the entrepreneur, how the entrepreneur do it. There's a book called Next Five Move. I've listened it 4 times, so
Yeah.
it helped. It
Hmm.
boost your confidence.
Correct. Yeah.
So
And
this
we
is how
have.
you do it. So
Yeah.
when I see your profile, okay, you're doing a piece of work, but you need to be more. I mean, confident. Confident can take you anywhere. When you are
Yeah.
confident, that will take you in a different level.
Yeah.
So, are you planning to go to abroad then from Abu Dhabi to Canada? Are you gonna go there?
Yeah, the plan is to be there after 2 years because I do have some things to clear off over here as well.
Okay,
But that's the plan. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Another thing, live in a
Hmm.
now mentality. When you live in a now mentality, things will happen. If you want to do something, see if you can do 2 years time, yeah, you give
Yeah.
yourself 2 years time. So don't you
Exactly.
have to give two, you have to work 90 days. See, you can
Yeah.
eat a shark, but you have to chunk it in a pieces. It should be
Correct. Yeah.
eatable.
Yeah. Can't
Yeah.
have the whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
that's how you do the things. So you have to make that 2 years. No, I'm not gonna waste 2 years. I'm gonna do this
You
in
start now.
1 year. This is 2021.
Mm.
I'm gonna see my
Yeah.
progress. Seek for
Right.
progress, not for perfection. When you seek for
Yeah.
progress, you're improving every time.
Yeah.
So this is
On a daily
the
basis.
way you should do it. So you have to write down. You have a diary or anything.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
do every day, if you want to record what you do, how much you do, how many times you do that. So you record that. When you record that,
Mm.
slowly progressing, you will see in 30
Yeah.
days what shift you made, and in 90 days you will see a completely different. You will be in a completely different
Yeah.
direction. So you have to
Yeah.
think in this way.
That's something that I'll really work on. Yeah. That sounds good. Thank you.
So
Yeah.
you learn from you see, as you see Lewis Harvey, he was in a very
Yeah.
downturn point and he changed his life. I'm not going to in his story.
Yeah.
Here we are talking about you, and so you
Yeah.
want to pursue your career, you have to work on that.
Yeah.
If you want to go about I mean, if you want to go in a different country, it's not going to make a difference until you will. It's a Jim Rohn said, if you change,
Yeah.
everything around you change.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
you can start from anywhere, wherever you want
Yeah.
to go. Social media is for everybody. It's help
Correct.
everybody, but you have to
Yeah.
be aggressively patient to grow yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. That patience is important. Like Gary always says. Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
So that's and career wise, if you want to, I mean, pursue your career, you want to become a professional, there is no age limit. Whenever
Yeah.
you feel, whenever you think you want to do it, you will do it. There is no ifs
Yeah.
and buts, and you want to carry on that. So I want
Correct.
to ask you, what else you have apart from your career? What you love to do?
Apart from the creative side,
Yeah.
uh,
Whatever. It could be acting. It could be book reading. It could be
oh,
fishing. It could be swimming or anything.
oh yeah. I mean, I actually enjoy a lot of things, to be frank. But I think um, I just like to learn different things. That's something I enjoy the most, I would say. That's the one thing that is common across everything. As long as I'm learning something like a new skill. Like currently, I'm doing skin retouching for a photo shoot I did. That's something I've never done before. So it's a slow process, but I always get a kick out of knowing that okay, I learned to do something new. So I would say that's something I enjoy the most across everything, and that goes for everything. It could be learning to, learning to cook something different so that your body works better, or learning to take a different route on your way to work so that you maybe cut off time or you save some money. As long as I'm learning something new across whatever I do, that's something that keeps me going. I would say that's the one thing which is common across everything.
All right. So, any other plans for this year? What you want to do? Anything and which is gonna come on out media, or you're planning to do?
Well, I do have there's a music video I shot recently, and we're currently in post on that. It's for this violin artist, so it's a pretty nice. She's got she had a composition that we shot. We're still in post, so that's one. And there's another short film that I wrote along with a friend where we would be acting in that, and that's actually related to mental health awareness. So that's something I'm looking forward to. We've just had challenges with finding the right location and getting everyone's time, but I'm looking forward to get that film shot next month. Yeah. So those are two things, and then of course, if as the year goes along, there's always someone else who's making some short film somewhere. So I end up getting calls for those. Of course, I'm not going to be dependent entirely on that. The plan is to make my own stuff as well. So hopefully, apart from that music video and the short film, I can at least do just two more short films for this year, and that would keep me at a good progress rate in terms of films, because I've acted in like 19 films, one feature. But yeah, I would say when it comes to films for this year.
Okay, your
Yeah.
19 films, is it for did they monetize or you get anything from that, or you
Um,
just did it for fun?
I would say I actually have a count to that. So out of the 19 films, I was paid on just four of them. The rest were, I would say, can be counted as investment. So that's how I'll put it across. But yeah, I was lucky enough to have one feature film, which was a French feature film. It's not yet out. I had an English speaking role, but that's something I hope they can release it this year. It's called Dune Dreams, and it was with a famous French actor apparently. But that was the one. I was lucky to get paid on that. It was just a 2 days kind of job, but it was a good experience, and I'm hoping they can have that film out this year. So that would be another thing that would come out if it does come out. But yeah, just
Little
4 out of 19. Yeah.
Okay, little bit I want to highlight because this I hear it a lot,
Oh,
depression and mental health. You said you're doing this video
yeah.
for mental health, or maybe it could be depression. So tell me how people go to into mental health problem, or they get critical. What is the reason? What you trying to convey a message through your film?
Yeah, actually, this one are very specific messages to be uh, to take that step to go ahead and help someone to open up. That's the message we're going with this film, because when it comes to mental health, like my father has had depression twice in his life, so it's not something I'm new to. Uh, I myself have gone through stuff, but I would say the thing is it's a very touchy and on the line kind of subject, because there are people who go through stuff in life and they don't want to open up about it, which is because the fear of getting judged, or the other thing is the fear of embarrassment. So the point is, someone on the outside who is trying to help someone who's going through something, they too cannot just they cannot impose on the other person. You have to find that balance again where that person feels comfortable to open up to you. But the important thing is what I've learned in the last few years when it comes to mental health is that talking about it, no, it sounds a little bit cliched because it's mentioned a lot, but talking about it does help in that moment. However, it's something that has to be done consistently, and at the end of the day, the person going through something has to put in the work. Like you said, that goes across even for people experiencing that. But again, the message in this film is to help people open up to others, find the courage to open up to others, or to find the help, whether it's a therapist or anything. And of course, for those who are not going through anything, to be a little bit more empathic and to just go a little extra mile to understand maybe a little bit of what the other person is going through, so that you can help them out and help them not feel alone, because that's essentially what it translates into. From my limited knowledge, I'm not an expert, but yeah, when it comes to mental health, usually people end up in this solitude kind of situation where they feel like they're alone and there's nothing and no one else who can help them out. So that's the message we're going for people to A, be empathic to others going through something, and B, for those going through something to find the courage to open up and to get the help that they need. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I was in that situation, but again, I told you, not everybody gonna be like same.
Yes.
Every human perception is completely different because we are 7.7 billion, but everyone's, as somebody gave me example in my podcast, that say your thumbnail fingerprint, it will
Mhm.
be completely different if you compare it. So
Yeah.
when you go into depression, because you are already in a negative mode, in depression, when
Correct.
you don't want to do anything, you don't want to take a bath, you don't want to talk to anybody, you want to keep yourself alone.
Yeah.
So what happened? If you do these old things, you will not open up with anybody. But you are the only one who want to
Yeah.
do better in your life, worse in your life, or you okay, we do mistakes. We are human.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's again depend on an individual how he copes up with
Correct.
it and how he works on their depression or they are
Hmm.
on their mental health is again the individual. Or sometimes you
Yeah.
need a people you have to tell. But you know what I realize, nobody there are people, I'm not saying everybody is same, five fingers are not
Hmm.
equal. So
Correct.
75% people will not look into you, or there will be 25%
Yeah.
people who want to help, who want to come do whatsoever they can do from their side. But again, you have to work on yourself. If you are going through financial crisis,
Hmm.
there are
Yeah.
only less people who's going to financially help you.
Correct.
If you're going to emotional tumor, or emotionally you break down, okay,
Hmm.
understandable. But you have to come out of that. If you are not, then obviously nobody can help you. And again, when we get into the situation, any situation, we think the problem for 95%, and the solution is only 5%. If again we do vice versa, 5% we think about the problem, 95% we think about the solution, we can get better results.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, it's people have to do that work. We have to, not just people, everyone. It comes down to that, because like they say, you can take the horse to the lake, but you can't really make it drink the water. So that's very true. And yeah, we end up focusing more on the problem rather than the solutions. So that's a good point to keep in mind, just to make that switch. Yeah.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
after this we wrap up. You
Oh, okay.
see, you have any message for your family, for your colleagues, for your fans, for anybody? What message that would be?
I would say something that I try my best to remember, and I think that uh, that goes for everyone. Just be the best that you can be on a daily basis. That's really all that we can do, and I think that would be my message for everyone. Yeah,
Joe, I'm really thankful and grateful for your time. You giving me your time, and that's it. And hopefully, I will connect with you through social media, or we can do a film in future if I came into
yeah,
Dubai,
of
because I
course.
have a plan to come in November. But I know I
That's
will
awesome.
definitely meet you, and
Perfect.
hopefully, we will see you soon.